How's Carson Wentz doing coming along?
He's been coming along well. He's been cleared to throw the ball. He was throwing the ball yesterday. He'll throw it again today. We haven't cleared him yet to return to practice. And it's one of those things that just obviously takes time. And, we'll see how he is after he throws it today. Yesterday he finished up. He didn't have any ill effects this morning. He was fine, got his treatment, and so he'll throw again today.
And what about Taylor Heinicke? I mean, he's gone 3-1 with him as the starter, but what are you liking the most about his development as a young player?
Well, one of the things has really been his the way he plays. He's a kind of let it all hang out type guy. He's learning to be a little more patient. He's learning to take a little bit more of what's being given to him by the defenses rather than just trying to force the throws. And he's aware. A little bit better in terms of pass rush, so he's been dumping the ball, getting the ball out of his hands, so he's not taking the big hits that he took last year. And the one thing I love about him, Suzy, is I love the way he plays with that underdog mentality because his teammates feed off of his energy.
So what do you do as a head coach when you've got two good players and you've got two guys who can play at a high level? How do you use your gut to decide who's going to lead your team?
Well, the biggest thing, obviously, is listening to the players, watching them, seeing how they respond, see how we're playing. And that's right now one of the things that, I'm leaning on, is that I've got a guy right now that's hot.
It's awfully hard to go when you're looking at two players, when somebody keeps going, keeps winning, and the guys rally around them. I mean, how do you take away? How do you as a coach decide that you're going to make a change like that?
Yeah, and that's the thing that believe me, has honestly kept me up. I mean, I've thought about it a lot, and it's something I knew I would face eventually as a head coach, that having to make a decision on a player like that.
What's the best piece of coaching advice you ever received, and who is it from?
Coach Dicka. He told me a couple of things that I stick to. He says, Ron, don't ever let anybody on the outside make your decisions for you. He said, because when you start doing that and something goes wrong, they're not going to take the responsibility. And then John Madden told me, don't ever forget, you're the head coach. Everything will start and stop with you. So make your own decision. So I had two greats, two Hall of Famers basically tell me the same thing, and that's really go with, what I believe in.
And he told you to be on time. I know that as well.
Yes, he did. That's one thing Coach Madden did tell you.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.